Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox video. I've gotten a lot of comments on how to quote-unquote improve the Kerbol system, so we're going to try some of those out today. As you guys know, I just hit, or as you probably know, I just hit 3,500 subscribers, so this is going to be the sort of unofficial, I guess, subscriber special, where we go through all your guys' suggestions on how to tweak the Kerbol system. I don't quite remember who commented everything, but I do remember one comment in particular, and I would be interested in trying both sides of the spectrum, and we're just going to kind of see what happens. We'll do it with Kerbin, because I feel like this is going to have the most dramatic effect. People said, Kerbin here, just make it Earth radius. Just make it an Earth. So radius. I mean, the Kerbin is kind of, the whole Kerbol system is 10 times less than the solar system. So if we just, do that, now Kerbin is, Earth-sized. The Mun is too close. We can go ahead and make the Mun Moon-sized. We can go ahead and make Minmus the correct size as well. And then probably adjust these orbits so they're not, so close. So we'll take the, let's see, motion, distance between the object surface and the reference object. There we go. So we'll take that, we'll add times 10 to that, and then we'll auto-orbit. And then Minmus will do the same. We'll add times 10 to that, and we'll auto-orbit. And we're just going to see what happens with just Kerbin. I feel like this is going to mess up the rest of the system. But yeah, we're going to see what happens with just Kerbin. Here we go. Let's hit play. Let's speed it up. So Kerbin is now the same size as Earth. So all our problems should be solved, right? Right? All our problems should be gone. No more problems, because Kerbin is now the same size as the Mun just got annihilated. You know what? That might have been too close. That might be fine. They might have needed to be a bit further away. Let's keep going. Yeah, Minmus seems to be fine. The Mun has become a ring. But Minmus seems fine. Minmus is safe. Minmus, we won't talk about Minmus, but it seems to be fine. Gilly got blown up again. That's not ideal. It seems fine. Other than the fact that it destroyed its moons, probably because the moons were too close, everything seems to be okay here. I would have thought it would have more of an effect on Eve, seeing as, Minmus is being annihilated. And debris is shooting out everywhere. I thought it would have more of an effect on Eve, because we increased Kerbin's size. Oh, let me go back to Kerbin. Yeah, we increased Kerbin's size, and we didn't change the density. So the surface gravity is 98.1 meters per second. So I thought that would have more of an effect on the other planets of the system, but no, it just seemed like it just kind of annihilated the moon. Eve seems to be fine doing its own thing. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I guess making Kerbin bigger, the density's not great. I guess if we go ahead and just do both, if we go ahead and change the density back to what it should be for Earth, so we're going to do 0.1. There we go. 9 close enough. So there we go. Now Kerbin has the same gravity it did before, a more realistic density. Minmus seems like it's still being annihilated. Probably it's just melting, if I were to guess. The surface gravity on Minmus is... it might have been a case that Minmus was kind of also very dense. Let's see, what's Minmus's density now? 29? Yeah, it's still very dense compared to what it should be. Yeah, let's just reduce that a little bit. Down to a more reasonable amount, and then maybe... Nah, stuff is still just flying off it. I don't know if it's Kerbin that's destroying Minmus, or if it's just Minmus evaporating, or what's kind of happening here. Oh, one thing that is interesting, because Kerbin is a lot bigger and we've reduced the gravity, those 6-hour days, not ideal. Stuff's getting flung off Kerbin as well. It's hard to notice. I'm gonna delete Minmus. Minmus is just being too... There's too much mess going on to really see what's happening. So sorry, Minmus, but you're gone. Yeah, look, Kerbin is actually chucking stuff off. See these fragments shooting off Kerbin? So the 6-hour day of Kerbin, needs to be reduced to a 24-hour day. So let's find that. Motion. Rotational period. Yeah, let's set this to 1 day. Let's hit the brakes on Kerbin. There we go. So now that's a bit more reasonable. We should hopefully see less stuff fly off into space. Although we are still seeing a lot of stuff shoot off into space. I'm not really sure what this is all about. We've kind of created a new protoplanetary disk with all the junk we've shot off Kerbin. Yeah, yikes. And if we check the weather, yeah, it's not great. Making the planet bigger has exaggerated those surface zones. So up on the mountains, where we were kind of having a reasonable temperature on the old Kerbin, that is now literally absolute zero up on the mountain peaks, and like, I mean, livable everywhere else, but absolute zero on mountain peaks, which, you know, is probably not ideal. So, you know, this is probably where you'd want to introduce the tilt again. Stabilize the seasons a little bit. So let's... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to take your axis and give it a little wonk. There we go. Speed it up. Yeah, we can see just like before, the temperature extremes are starting to even out around everywhere. These mountains might just be too tall compared to the planet as it is now. These might be like mountains that poke out into space above the atmosphere. Although actually, now that I think about it, the atmosphere, we probably don't have much of one. We're 67% Earth similarity. Okay. Gravity is fine. Okay, we'll do mass and composition of Earth atmosphere. Because I'm not really sure what it was. I can't find that. It's probably an overview it was. I feel like it was in this menu. I just can't find it for some reason. So there we go. Now we have everything for Earth. Oh, there's the total mass. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing the atmosphere data, but maybe that will... We'll see if that changes anything. Having Earth's atmosphere now. Let's stabilize the temperature. Yeah, that didn't really help. We just have absolute zero up north and absolutely cooking in kind of the south. So yeah, that didn't really do much. I don't know if Kerbin is necessarily savable just because of its geography. Like these mountains and stuff like that. It kind of makes it hard. Yeah, see, these mountains are poking up above the clouds and they're kind of shining. There, we need the flashlight on so we can kind of see what's going on here. Yeah, a lot of it is frozen. The continents are really tall, and I think they're poking above the atmosphere height. Like, if we turn on the atmosphere... They're almost poking above the atmosphere. They're very white. It's kind of... We kind of have, like, a snowball curve in here. Yeah. Not ideal. All the water's pretty much gone. Yeah, a lot of stuff, bad stuff happened when we made Kerbin big. A lot of bad stuff did happen. Yeah, not good. This didn't end well for Kerbin. Well, anyway, let's try the opposite. Alright, before we do that, I did just look back at the original comment, and they said that they wanted to see the whole system scaled up by 10. So give me a second, I'm going to go through here, and we're going to scale every single planet up by 10, and see what happens making the Kerbol system, or at least my stabilized Kerbol system. As you remember, we have, like... Yeah, I did some stuff here to stabilize the moons, so it's not completely accurate to normal Kerbol system, but I don't know. These moons will probably get ejected again anyway. Maybe it's not stable. I just realized Leif is on a collision course with Joel. Yeah, I think this is probably not my stable one. This is probably the unstable one. I can't remember. So we're going to scale up both the radius by 10 and the distance by 10 as well. So that puts Moho all the way out to Elu's orbit. So yeah, we're scaling distance and density by 10. I will leave density the same, and then we'll maybe do this again, and we'll edit the density. So yeah, I'm just gonna and then I'm gonna auto orbit everybody just so that they're orbiting. So Eve, well, actually probably should do Kerbal first. Kerbal, mass times 10. Yep. I had a feeling that would happen. Alright, so give me a second while I do all this. That's actually interesting. So I just added Dres. I just hit times 10, and it automatically inserted into an orbit. Probably because we scaled the sun up by 10. Very interesting. Alright, I gotta do this for all the moons now. Did Ike look fine? Let's look at Jewel. Yeah, Jewel's a mess. Heh, Paul is orbiting... Oh, Lath and Jewel are in a binary. Okay, maybe we'll add like a... Maybe we'll add a berry center to these? Because yeah, if we take a look at Lath, it's actually more similar and more life likelihood than Kerbin, which is funny. So that is very interesting. Let's see, what is overview? Yeah, so its surface gravity is 98.1. I think Jewel's surface gravity is... Yeah, 2.43. But it looks like they are just kind of... like orbiting a berry center. So maybe I can just select these two? Let's see, control, select both of you guys. Objects, create a berry center. There we go. Jewel and Lath, berry center. There we are. So now they're around their berry center. Val, we will auto-orbit. Lath, no, orbital parent. Yeah, this is just really, really kind of messed up. But it's like Tylo. Let's move Tylo a bit out. Maybe we can get it. And then it looks like Paul wants to orbit Tylo, so I guess we'll just let it do that. Yeah, orbital parent Tylo. Okay, so you can orbit Tylo. We'll let you do that. We'll let Tylo orbit the berry center. There we go. And then Val should be fine there, and Bob. Okay. So there, there's our system there. All right, let's hit play and see what happens. Realistically scaled Kerbin system. A go. It looks like it's stable. Oh, never mind. Tylo's gone. Yes, this is even more unstable. I know there's like a resonance I could have put these into. And that might have worked. Like there's like a resonance actual Jovian moons are in. Actually, hold on. They might figure themselves out. The orbits are kind of weird. They don't really know what they're doing, but they might figure each other out eventually. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Or they might crash. Like Tylo's gone. Oh, but then it got recaptured. And Bob's gone and Val's gone. They're not bound by anything. But oh, here comes Tylo. And it captured Val again. So, alright, we'll just let that play out. I'm sure something will be ejected at some point. Yeah, Moon's got ejected. I probably could have, if I was a bit more careful with that, I probably could have figured it out. But yeah, I mean, if everything gets scaled up, it seems like we're kind of fine. Let's see, is Kerbin looking okay? Yeah, Kerbin's fine. Just ignore the crazy cold temperatures. Where's our habitable zone? Let's check that out. Let's see that here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's still very small. So, yes, because we increased the mass of Kerbol, we did not increase its luminosity. So, yeah, it's with 2 solar masses. So, yeah, the luminosity should probably be like 2 suns. Or we'll just increase it so that it's like, you know, it's pretty decent. So there we go, that way Kerbin's covered. So Kerbin's like right in the middle, Duna's on the outer edge. There we go, that should be fine. So 0.4 luminosity of the sun. That should be fine. And there we go, at least Kerbin's no longer freezing now, probably. Yeah, it's warming up. It's warming up gradually. So there you go. There is your realistically scaled Kerbol system. Actually, I want to see what happened here with the interesting thing we did to Jewel. Looks like Val left. Val left, Bop is eccentric, and Tylo and Jewel became the... Okay, so Tylo kicked Lath out, and now Jewel and Tylo are on the... Oh, they kicked the Berry Center out, too. They kicked out Lath and its Berry Center, and now it's Jewel and Tylo orbiting each other with Bop. Talk about a weird relationship. I have a feeling how I know this is going to go. So making Kerbin big didn't end well. Let's try normalizing the density. So now it's a normal density planet. Obviously we can't hold on to the Mun anymore. We can't hold on to Minmus anymore. So they're gone. But let's see what happens with a normal density Kerbin. I'm very interested to see what happens. Obviously we're going to lose the Mun and Minmus. Minmus just melts. So I think that's just normal. Alright, let's check on our surface temperature. Very warm everywhere. Let's see, the escape velocity is only 1 kilometer per second. Surface gravity is less than 1 meter per second. Life likelihood actually is quite decent on this rock at a normal density. Yeah, equilibrium temperature is not that high. It looks like it's fine. Huh, getting rid of the density, it's fine. I would have thought the atmosphere would have just left, because I wasn't sure how it was going to hold on to an atmosphere being so tiny, but obviously it can. Oh, Earth similarity is going down. Total... Yeah, is this going down? I can't tell if the... I don't think the atmospheric density is going down. I think we're kinda... I think making Kerbin normal density is fine. It's fine. And obviously this would be true for all the other planets as well. I'm just more focused on the habitable one. Obviously we lose the Mun and Minmus. But I mean, if we edited their orbit, it might be fine. Let's try that again. Let's reload this again. Stop thinking about it. It's fine. Alright. Yeah, let's do the same with Kerbin. Okay, so density, goodbye density. Alright, and then the Mun is here. We're just going to auto-orbit, and then Minmus will do the same. We will auto-orbit, and we're going to see what happens. So, obviously the orbit is a lot slower. Also, I probably should normalize these guys' density, otherwise they're going to start ripping Kerbin apart. So, density of the Mun... And then density of Minmus, yeah, no. Alright, so now we are normally dense. Minmus, we lost Minmus. Get back here, Minmus. We'll put you in like an eccentric orbit. I think that's fine. So yeah, we'll see how this works. Well, let's get rid of that grid, that's kind of annoying. Alright. So... Oh, we might get Minmus crashing back into Kerbin again. Hopefully Minmus and Mun will figure each other out. But, yeah, I mean, the system works. Being very... Okay, yeah, the Mun just said goodbye to Minmus. Okay, I guess we don't have Minmus anymore. Bye, Minmus. Alright, so Kerbin and the Mun. Gosh, look how big the Mun is. I didn't realize how big the Mun was compared to Kerbin. Look at that. I don't think I made the Mun any bigger. It's like the same size as Kerbin. How's that reasonable? I don't know. It looks like it is struggling to hold on to the Mun, but it looks like it probably could. Oh, I know, we might lose it, actually. Oh, they're a binary. And they're gone. Okay. Alright, so it seems like at this small of gravity, it's kind of hard to hold on to a moon or anything. But, it is habitable. That is not a... I mean, it's warm pretty much everywhere. But, I mean, 20 degrees C isn't bad. That's livable. I mean, in Fahrenheit, that is 68. That's pretty fine. It's just very warm all around. Honestly, not bad. Honestly, better than it was before, probably, because we don't have crazy weather patterns. I actually had someone comment that they ran a weather simulation on Kerbin, and they found out, because of all the cold peaks and everything, it would have become like a desert planet, which is interesting. I didn't realize that was what would have happened. But yeah, I guess, yeah, all the all the rain would kind of fall down in the cold areas and then leave everything else just desert. So, yeah, interesting. Interesting to learn about that. All right, anyway, before we end off, I did get one more comment by TerraSpace, which basically was the same thing, but they wanted me to increase the density by 100 times. They wanted me to... Let me see what it was. Yeah, scale the mass by 100 times, radius by 10 times, and orbits by 11 times. Well, I already did the orbits by about 10 times and the mass, so I'm not gonna... One extra times is fine. I'm not gonna worry about that. What concerns me is increasing the mass by 100 times. What would happen to Joule if we mass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, you get a black hole.
Oh, really?
That's what you get. You get a black hole. You get a Joule-sized black hole. Joule, the black hole. Yep. And Bop and Tyler are like, wait, no, wait. Oh, they actually managed to escape. Look at that. Look at that. But what if we 100 times the mass of Tylo? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it came a sun for a second. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's Tylo. Tylo's a brown dwarf now, I think. So yeah, we basically just create a system of, like, stars, neutron stars, brown dwarfs. Yeah, I think Tylo is considered a brown dwarf, yeah. That's what that looks like to me. A very unstable brown dwarf. Whereas, like, fusion hasn't quite been able to take hold, or maybe just because there's not enough hydrogen in its composition. Yeah, it's mostly iron, so it is really just, like, a poisoned star. If we give it more hydrogen, I think it would be fine. Let's see, let's get rid of a lot of this. Or I think it might just be burning the silicate, actually. Yeah, it might be burning the silicate into iron. Because it could do that. It is a very highly massed star, so yeah. I mean, iron is the nuclear ash. So if we replaced all the silicate with iron, that would kill it. Yeah, like if we get about half the mass of iron, that's gonna cause it to supernova, I think. If that's modeled. Supernova? Supernova, please? Supernova, please? Well, man, I wanted a supernova. Just blow up, okay? There we go. There's my supernova. Yay! Tylo supernova. What if we blow up Joule? Where's Joule? I want to blow up Joule. There's Joule. Boom. Oh, I guess black holes don't do that. Yeah, black holes just kind of pitter out. Not as fun as stars. Yeah, there you go. We exploded it and it became a supernova and then black hole. Fun. Very fun. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like. Yeah, that was quite fun. And yeah, let me know if there's anything else we want to do with the Kerbol system. I can't really think of much else, but yeah, you guys seem to always have great ideas, so I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, see you guys then. Goodbye.